What's going on, boxing fans? This is Kenneth, SBM Boxing. Let's speak boxing. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao. Let's speak about Bob Arum. Bob Arum, yes, Bob Arum had a meeting in the Philippines to discuss the fighter of the decade, Manny Pacquiao's next opponent in November. So he had a whole full week to meet with Manny Pacquiao. Now, the fight date's already been scheduled. Fight date's good to go. We have that clear. Now, as far as the opponent, it hasn't been made yet. But it was described, as far as the meeting is concerned, it was described as an excellent meeting with Manny Pacquiao. It actually took place in General Santos City last Friday. Bob was actually confident the fight that the world wants to see, the mega fight, the one that everybody discussed, everybody wants to see, between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. will happen early next year. Perhaps probably in April after March Madness. Bob seems to be a little bit really optimistic and discuss the possible fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr. To Manny Pacquiao. Pacman actually has May elections next year, in which he's congressman right now, is expected to run for governor in Sarangani in Providence in the Philippines. But the issue between Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather has always been, besides the drug testing issue, which they actually squashed and put behind them. They agreed to the drug testing, the random blood and urine testing, which a lot of fighters started doing, and has been very positive and has been very successful as far as weeding out the ones that are fighting with that advantage, with that stuff in them, But besides the drug testing, now they have that out the way, has been the revenue splits. The paper, the moolah, the green stuff, the stuff that makes the world go around, allows Mayweather to buy the $100,000 whips, the Bentleys, Maybachs, Maserati, his Karate Kid, that's the so-called car he has, his Benz, dropped $50K per game, basketball season. This guy, 24/7, dropped $5,000 on some shoes from Miss Jackson. You know what I'm talking about, that stuff. Arum was very confident on the issue of the revenue split, getting the job done, getting it resolved and out the way. Arum said, quote unquote, "I know how to handle and deal with Mayweather." Let's be realistic. These guys had a long relationship in the past. They had bad blood. Bob Arum was Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s promoter in the past, and they had great success. And Bob Arum has put a lot of great success in Mayweather. Say what you want to say, but Bob Arum has did a hell of a job against putting a lot of boxers, lining up a lot of fights for Mayweather. And he does have, you got to give the man a little bit of credit. He has made Mayweather half the star that he is right now, until Mayweather obviously makes more money, but Bob Arum in the past, he lined up the fights, so we got to give the man credit on that, and he's done a hell of a job with Manny Pacquiao and a lot of his fighters. So call him what you want, but he definitely knows what he's doing. He's very educated. Now, Mayweather's dealing with Curtis Jackson, aka 50, to do his promotional business. Arum quoted, "He appears to be a real businessman with no agenda, not like other people." And he's throwing low blows against Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya, I know a lot of people don't know, but Oscar De La Hoya, Mayweather's been dealing with him a lot because Oscar he charges a flat fee for his promotions. Promoting Mayweather promotions, promoting Mayweather's fights, a lot of his fight, he charges a flat fee. So charging that flat fee, Mayweather has his costs, and then from there he can go ahead and make the money he wants to make. But also there's a disadvantage, if a disadvantage as far as if Mayweather was to put out the numbers that Pacquiao, Bradley made, Mayweather's not going to make that much money because that flat fee is definitely not going to cover that much as far as the overhead's concerned. So De La Hoya is smart as well, charging a flat fee. Is that that fight's definitely going to happen. He's definitely optimistic of it, and it's nice to see Mayweather. Yes, he came out of jail. He came out of jail not too long ago, and he humbled himself. I'm not sure if it's because 50, since he's doing a lot of his promotions, he's pretty much pretty much his publicist, look, you're going to start doing business to me. I have a share of this. And you're not going to make me look bad. He's taking it more of a business approach, white collar approach. So as soon as he came, undefeated champion, Mayweather came out of jail, and Sports Illustrated had an article about that, and he actually said, he wasn't ignorant about Manny Pacquiao. He didn't make a mockery out of him as far as losing or anything like that. He said Pacquiao's an unbelievable boxer. He's a hell of a fighter. Hopefully we can make the fight happen in the future. So it's just, the article that, read up on it as far as Sports Illustrated, a lot of quotes and a lot of interviews that were with Mayweather, he was really, really professional about it, and it just doesn't seem like Mayweather, I feel like 50's doing his job, 50's doing his business. Oscar De La Hoya was charging a flat fee, so a lot of that smash talk or that just talk, Mayweather was selling himself. That's the only way he can sell himself, is to talk smack, But, he already has that credibility. He already has that image. He already has that fan base. So now it's time to talk business, especially, after this Manny Pacquiao. I would say Mayweather has 2 more fights left in him, 2 or 3 tops. So he really wants to easily, gradually make his little exit plan out of the boxing world as far as fighting and jump into the promotion. So he's definitely starting to do a 180 and gradually become more business oriented and starting to shut his mouth and just be professional when promoting these fights. Now everyone knows Pacquiao. Who's the next fights in November? What's the lineup? There's really no guarantee, like Bob said. It hasn't been done. Next couple of days they're going to go ahead and figure out who Pacquiao's going to go ahead and fight. But it's the 3 selections. You have Miguel Cotto, you have Timothy Bradley, and you have Juan Manuel Marquez. Now Bob Arum's a used cars man. He's definitely he's a hustler. He's a salesperson. He was discussing. He spoke to Manny Pacquiao and spoke to Manny Pacquiao as far as HBO and pay-per-view and how much money they lost. They had high expectations as far as numbers. They had quotas and stuff like that. And being that Timothy Bradley and Manny Pacquiao, they invested so much money in promotion and marketing, they didn't reach the numbers that they wanted to reach. So HBO's pushing more for a Marquez and Miguel Cotto. HBO is pushing for Marquez and a Miguel Cotto. That's sales 101. That's sales 101. Mr. Customer, I would love, Mrs. Jones, I would love to give you what you want and stuff like that. But my boss, it's coming from upstairs. Don't shoot the messenger. Bob Arum's making it seem as though the big guys, the big dogs, the ones that bring in the most money, making it seem like, hey, Manny, I want you to fight whoever you want to fight. Manny, I'll give you, dude, you know what? Trust me. I know your family. I know your friends. We've been doing business a long time. I want to give you what you want. But hey, HBO and pay-per-view is insisting that, they're not saying, they're insisting for you to go ahead and fight these fighters instead of Timothy Bradley just because they lost a lot of money. Look, they lost a lot of money. What do you mean they lost a lot of money? They didn't lose a lot of money. Yeah, they didn't make the numbers as Marquez. Yes, they didn't make the numbers as a Cotto fight, but they made money. Come on, man. They made money. They made money. They're always in the green. You mean to tell me they didn't make any money? You know what? Manny Pacquiao has been blood, sweat, and tears. Been busting his ass, fighting guys that are way bigger than him, way taller than him, fighting, jumping up different division, just to give HBO, just to give Bob Arum, give the fans what they want, and not just one time, just one time. You're not going to give Manny Pacquiao what he wants? You're not going to give the fighter of the decade, the man who calls the shots, the one that's kept boxing alive besides several other fighters, you're not going to give him just one fight what he wants? That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. That's Bob Arum, like I said in my past videos. He's being a sales rep. This guy is being a sales rep. This guy's smart as shit, man. I give him credit. He's smart as shit. But I hope Pacquiao sees through that, man. I hope Pacquiao sees through that.